Hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Deal Hound Club. I am looking for some smoking deals for you. Just wanted to go over the last couple of episodes and see what's still available and what's sold. Obviously, that Toyota sold. I knew that was going to sell pretty quick. This Toyota, these are those all-track wagons. Those are getting pretty popular. Those that obviously sold pretty quick. The one I had saved for the first episode of today, the first deal is already gone. Well, we'll click on it anyway just to show you what it was. But this one was today's first one, but it's already sold. It was a 7.73 diesel, and it did have a Banks turbo kit. Already had a rebuilt transmission. This is a 1-ton crew cab. I'm not a fan of this big honking bumper, but whatever. The bad was I had a vacuum pump that was going out, some smoky oil leaks. I mean, that's pretty common on these, but I mean, that's a pretty clean crew cab for $3,000. And so, yeah, that easily is a $5,500 truck there. So obviously, I saved it yesterday, and boom, it sold today. So I'm not sure. It's weird because this one, it says it was listed for 5 weeks, which I don't know why that would be listed for 5 weeks unless all of a sudden he dropped the price or something. But anyway, yeah, he had it listed for $3,000, then dropped it to $2,500, and it was gone. Anyway, so off to the next one. These are really cool, guys, and they do really well. Believe it or not, they hold their value. They sell between $800. I'd say $800 and $2,000, $1,800 probably, depending on the condition and all that stuff. So if you can buy one of these that just needs like a carb clean out or something like that, and you can buy it for under $1,000, and then you can easily get $1,500 to $1,800 for it, make quick $1,000 on them. That happens all the time, and these things are tough as nails. These old 1100s. I knew a guy that we bought one. He wanted to go to Alaska with us, and we found one for like $600. He rode that thing all the way to the Arctic Circle and back. So yeah, I mean they're tough. Oh, this one's already sold. Deadgum. Listen, yeah, I just saved this one. I thought, oh, this is a good deal. So this one was a really good deal. So check these out. These are these Honda CT90s. These are they call them Trail 90s, and yeah, this one was a good deal because it had the secondary seat, had the rack, and it also had the gas tank, the spare gas tank. See, this is an extra gallon of gas. So, I mean, these things get like 90 miles to the gallon. So carrying another, I mean, that's like having another 100 miles to your range. These are pretty impressive, pretty collectible. 4,300 miles, and it had a title. Yeah, this one was a good deal at $1,350. You can easily sell that for over $2,000. So that one obviously has gone pretty quick. This one I posted just just for stupidity's sake, man. I tell you what, these people, some people, I just don't get them. All right, here's a Bronco. It'd be nice to see the Bronco. Look at this. That's all the pictures. They're all interior pictures. What the freak, man? Are you selling a Bronco or are you selling a back seat? I don't understand what you're selling here because there's no pictures of the actual Bronco, Mark. He's wondering why it's been listed for 2 weeks and he's dropped it from $2,000 to $1,250 and still nobody's wanting it. Well, that's because you ain't got no pictures of it. Ay, these people. Anyway, okay, so for an RV, these sell normally for about 20 to 30,000, about 20 25,000 normally. Now there is a reason that this one is. If you're looking for an RV that you could drive on a trip, let's say, this is what I do on these, is I'll buy this and I'll drive it all summer long. And then I'll sell it for exactly what I have in it, or maybe a little bit more, but I cash out of it and I don't have to pay for storage. I don't have to deal with it, and I can get rid of it. So, but I, accomplished what I wanted to. So inside, you can tell it's in decent shape. Here's the problem. I don't know if they ran into a tree, something fell on it, or whatever, but it doesn't look like it has a leak. So it's got damage here, and it's got damage right here where it looks like it says it needs a windshield. So this needs repaired here. But again, you're getting this thing for 10, 15 grand off. And so if you can make the windshield work, do your trips. It's got all the slides. Oh my goodness, let's see here. Sleeps 4, it says. It's got the full size shower. I mean, this was back in '97. This thing, a Newmar, was luxury. Man, this was steady pimping right here. So, yeah, you could easily. I think personally, I think you could drive this all summer long and get your money back out of it. Not a problem. So that's not one of those flips, but it's still good. Okay, next one. 77 F-150. This one is interesting because it is the inline 6300. It's a pretty famous motor, pretty sought after motor. I'm hoping that this is the only damage on the body. He only shows one picture because the guy is a retard. I don't understand how, these people act like this is back in the day when we got Trader magazines and you had to pay for each picture or something. I don't know. But anyway, this is a 77 F-150 short bed. These are going for 8 to 12 grand, depending on condition. And they can go all the way up into the 20s if it's in pristine shape. So I guess what I'm saying is no matter what you put into this, I think you'll get your money back out of it. So if you want to fix it up a little bit and make it nicer, you can get more money for it. So yeah. And the reason why I find this interesting is because 7,000 is about bottom. I mean, I've seen them down. I've gotten them for $5,000, but not a good running driving one. And so if you can get this one running and driving for 7,000, and like I said, fix a little bit of the roof here, clean it up a little bit, put more than one picture, stuff like that, you could probably easily get 9,000 for this. So, all right, moving on. Okay, so this one was interesting. This is just a junker sitting around. The guy says it's in limp mode. It's stuck in limp mode. He doesn't know why. It's been that way for like 2 years, blah, blah, blah. And it looks just like a little old Nissan Sentra that has been mice infested. So you're going to have to clean that up. But it's $675. So if you want to clean this thing up, detail the interior, get it running, get it out of limp mode, that's not a problem. I mean, that's usually something silly. And get it out of limp mode. This is a $1,500, $2,000 ride all day long. So there's a decent deal there for you. Okay, next one. All right, so I saved this one. This one is not my favorite year. I will tell you that. I like these 73 to 79 Fords, F-150s, F-250s, all that. As long as they're four-wheel drive, I like them. What I don't like about the late 70s F-150s is they went to this MP203 transfer case, which is a full-time four-wheel drive. It's not very sought after. You can see it does not have locking hubs. But it's easy to change it out to MP205, so people still buy them. They're just not as sought after. I still think $1,300 is too cheap for this. Did I catch something there? No, that's shadows. Okay, I thought that was rust holes, but that's just shadows. Okay, so and it is the right color. That's the other reason I bought. I jumped on it is it's an automatic. A lot of people are looking for automatics, tired of the 4 speeds. Some people don't want the 4 speed, and it is the right color combo. It's a black with maroon interior. So if you literally if you just clean this thing up, like power wash under the hood, clean all this up, get all the grease off the front of the motor, get all the oil off it back in here, and clean this up and get the trash out of the bed. Get all that trash out of the bed. Clean up the interior. Where's the interior shots here? Yeah, look at this, man. Come on, clean all this up. Maybe even put a new mat in here. I mean, you could definitely you can definitely get your money back out of this for sure, plus some. So it does have a title. It's ready to go. I think this is 2,500 the way it sits. If you wanted to get it running and driving, you can probably get up to 4,500 for it. If it's cleaned up. So that's a good deal. All right, next one. Toyota Prius, 2009 Prius. Well, it says it needs new front struts. Paint's faded. It did have new batteries at 165,000 miles. It has currently 213, and it's only 800 bucks. I think it should be 1,800 bucks. I think you could easily make $1,000 on this car. If you notice this, the screens work. That wasn't a good picture of the screen working. There, the screen's working. This center console one is working, but sometimes these go out and they're easy to replace. But at least these are both working, and the batteries are working, and so you got no issue with that. This thing's ready to go. I literally would buy this, put a set of front struts on it, and list it at $2,250, and I guarantee you'd have this thing sold in a couple of days. All right, next one. This one is a short bed automatic, I believe. Yeah, it's an this is an automatic with a 360 in it. So it doesn't have the 318. It's got the bigger 360. That's pretty sought after for these guys that are wanting the single cab short beds. So you got a 360 short bed, and this is another one of those that it would not take much to double your money on this. So literally put air in the tires, make it rollable, and clean out the interior and wash the thing. I mean, I don't understand. Soap and water has made more money on cars than anything else. Literally just wash it. Clean it up, wash it. I would get rid of this this cheap homemade headache rack. It looks tacky on there. I would just pull this off, throw that in the garbage, and air up the tires, clean up the rims, power wash the hood, or power wash the whole body, and get rid of all this rot on it, and clean up the interior. And you've got yourself a $2,000 to $2,500 truck. All right, next one. Okay, I saved this one because I wish it was four-wheel drive, obviously. I'm a four-wheel drive guy here in Colorado, but this one is pretty rust-free. It is an extended cab. It is a long bed. I don't see any rust around the roof. I don't see any rust around the bottom. I think you're golden as far as the body goes. This is one of those I've seen a lot of people putting Super Duty axles underneath them and getting $10,000, $15,000 for them, and it costs you about $5,000 to do the axle swap. So yeah, I mean, if you want to do $5,000, do an axle swap, including a divorce T case, and so you'd have call it $8,000 in it, and then you could ask $15,000 for it. That's another way to go. So anyway, the body is good, clean. This is a good foundation to start with. So yeah, I mean, 2,000, you can't get much cheaper than that. Of course, you can talk them down. You can probably get it for 1,700 maybe. Depending on how long it's been on there. Yeah, 6 days. Yeah, you might be able to get it for 1,800 bucks. But anyway, that's a good deal. Nice and clean. I wish I had interior pictures just to know what the interior looked like, but you're not going to get much cheaper than that on an extended cab. 73 to 9 Ford. All right, next one. Okay, so this one I posted just for fun, guys. This is not a flip at all. Um, this this Willie's. Okay, so I just want to kind of go over it a little bit because it is just fun to see unique rides. This one is a Willie's wagon that was at the SEMA show. It looks like. Um, he's got a ton of information about it. If you guys want to look this one up, this one's just cool. He's got a stroker in it. It was a Willys wagon that they moved over and rechassied, and this is anyway. This is just a really cool setup. And I'll just go through the pictures real quick. But if you want more information on this thing, go ahead and look this one up. This is just, I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. Um, I love these old vintage four wheel drives. I thought this saw on the back of the tailgate was just classy with the matching rusted out license plate. I don't know. Something about this Jeep just screams at me. It's just cool. Updated suspension. Obviously, it's got coils in the front instead of leafs, and yeah, newer axles. The whole front end's been redone. The whole suspension's been redone. Anyway, it looks old on the outside, but it's all new on underneath. And like I said, it's got the stroker on it. I love how they still had the old vintage air cleaner on it. Yeah, this is just cool. Cool as heck. I love it. Look at that, the wood. I just like the wood. So this is how you open the door. I don't know if you guys knew that, but this is one of those push button. You open the door. Um, yeah, the old wood slats. Anyway, guys, I hope you like that one. I thought it was really cool. I get a kick out of these. Look that one up if you like. You don't see many of those. Okay, last but not least. Now this one is an IDI, same as the other one, um, 7.3 diesel, but it's tore apart. That's the only catch on this one. It is tore down, but look at the body, guys. There's not a dent or a rust spot on this body. This is a super clean body. Look at that. When's the last time you seen a tailgate that nice? Yeah, this one's really clean, guys. And these IDIs, don't let this scare you. These IDIs are so simple to work on. You literally put this thing back together, get it running. Um, let's say you spend $1,000 getting it back running. You got 4,500 in it, and I am pretty sure this will bring 6,500. 55 to 75 is what I'd list this one at. Just because it's clean. Of course, again, detail it out and make sure that everything looks perfect on it, and then ask the money for it. That's a nice clean one, super clean. Okay, guys, those are my finds for the day. Hopefully you enjoy them. Let me know if there's anything you guys are looking for. If you guys are looking for anything particular, post up. Let me know. Post in the comments. Post in our Facebook group. Let me know what you're looking for, and I'll put it in our search and see if we can't find it. Hopefully that works for you guys, and we will talk at you later. This is one from yesterday. I still think this is cool as heck. Crew Cab Nissan. Go look at that episode if you haven't seen that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. If you guys want, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow this channel up and make this a fun channel to come to and find all these good deals on cars, because I'm always looking for smoking deals on cars. And I think this is one of the few channels that you can actually go and literally make money that day. You can go and find these deals, make money that day. And so I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll talk at you guys later. Take care. We'll see ya.